Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. Briefly, before I vacate this live stream in a bit, I've only got about 30 minutes and then I do other things. This is Deliverance TV. A quick disclaimer. I am a Zambian citizen. I carry a Zambian passport. I'm a Zambian passport holder. So I have every right to speak about what happens in my country. If you have a problem with me speaking about Zambia, then you're on the wrong page. As long as I am a Zambian citizen, I hold a Zambian passport, and I am a voter. Next year I'm coming to Zambia to fly just to vote. I have every right to speak about my country. Okay? I've got something to share in a few minutes. Okay, very briefly, this is Deliverance TV. I'm concerned, very, very concerned. As somebody who worries about what happens in Zambia, it's not about me being nosy and have nothing to do. I've just come from a very good meeting, and to God be the glory, I've been offered a contract. So I'm not somebody who just sits down and waits for what is happening in Zambia. No. My meeting was at 11 o'clock, British time. And I got news that I had been offered what I went for within 30 minutes. Okay, so, and I've just signed a contract. So I'm very busy. Okay. So guys, I'm very concerned with what is happening with Muzo Aka Alphonso. First of all, I'll start with Slap D. For some time now, we have seen Muzo fighting a lot of battles. And I've never seen Slap D. I don't know, maybe I follow him. I've never really seen him share anything on his page about Muzo. About a week ago or so, the Great North Academy signed Slap D as a brand ambassador. So as a brand ambassador, he needs to be busy. Now, the Great North Academy runs a rehab center, which they offer to say they're going to support Muzo to be part of the rehab. I've been there before. I've worked in a mental health hospital in the United Kingdom, and it's not even 2% of what we see in the United Kingdom. Okay, it's not 2% of the standard in the UK, okay? So it's nice that people are offering to have what they have, but I have a problem when you want to use a celebrity to make money. When you offer services and then you have your meetings to say these celebrities came to see this person, and then you put all your logos, you put all your banners, and you are there as a CEO, and people are there to support you because you are doing a good thing, right? In my 21 years in the United Kingdom, I've never seen any of the big mental hospitals I've worked do such a thing. Okay? No matter how big they are, patient confidentiality is very important. First of all, Remy Kangwa posted a statement from the family saying that Muzo's family wanted Muzo to have some privacy. And in the statement it said no pictures, no videos of Muzo until he fully recovers. But the pictures I've seen are Muzo, who is at the rehab center with a CEO, with a brand ambassador, with the musicians, taking pictures. And he's been posted to say they've come to visit him. This is not about Muzo. This is about the company selling itself as a brand and asking people who have 10,000 kwacha to pay to go to that rehab. It's not free. You pay money. Okay? So I have a problem when I see somebody who was signed 2 weeks ago, who's never been to the rehab before he was signed, suddenly going to the rehab and taking pictures and saying he invited JK, he invited all these people. And at the end of the day, we see it as a good gesture. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Because obviously, I have nothing to do in the UK, though I have a Zambian passport. So I have nothing to do in the UK. I'm just seated waiting for problems. Yes, I do have a lot of things to do. But when I see something happening to a fellow Zambian citizen, we just don't sit down there and say, it's okay. I don't give a shit. It's none of my business. I shouldn't bother myself. I should be bothered. Because Muzo does not need rehab per se, like, oh, he needs to be in a rehab presently. He needs spiritual help. Now, this is what happens with spiritual matters. To the eyes of many, it will look like, oh, this person was drinking alcohol, so he needs to be in a rehab. He will come out of there and relapse because there's a spirit. So when people offer to pray for this person and say, look, can we pray for this person and deal with this matter spiritually? And then you want to use intelligence to say, oh no, I have a rehab. You can come and be in my rehab. Stay there, eat beans every day and gain weight, become fat. And the Zambian people will see that I'm doing a good thing. It doesn't work like that. I will still stand my ground. Life is spiritual. I have seen people who have PhD, who have masters in this country where I am now, in the United Kingdom, and they are walking aimlessly from point A to point B. As soon as they were prayed for, there was spiritual intervention, they went for spiritual camp, their life changed. I know one lady who's now a star in Zambia, who had to be dipped in Zambezi River somewhere by a man of God to pray for her to change. Everything she touched would scatter. She will find a man, the man will dump her. She will do this, this will happen. Everything would scatter. As soon as that man prayed for her, and she was baptized and what, as they were praying. I'm not here to advertise anybody. That lady's life changed. Today she's a star in Zambia. Her business, when she started a business, it thrived. You understand? You cannot deal with spiritual matters with counseling and drink medication. You deal with spiritual matters the spiritual way. And that's by praying. Because this is somebody whose spirit is cocooned in a bottle somewhere. For whoever has done that to continuously be successful. So you're not going to give that person Panadol, paracetamol, antibiotics, and you expect the person to be out of that place. They will continuously be caged in that place. So the earlier we deal with this matter spiritually, the better. So by taking picture, JK was there, Slabdi was there, Pilato was there. We take picture and we say, oh yes, he's being helped. And somebody has gained weight so much. There's nothing he's doing there apart from sitting and eating beans. Somebody will say, no, there are some programs that they have that they are doing this and that and that. A spiritual problem requires a spiritual way of dealing with things. But who am I to advise? Don't leave things too late. Somebody is busy promoting their business, has capitalized on this, strategically pointed at Slabdi to be brand ambassador. After pointing Slabdi to be brand ambassador, of course Slabdi is going to post on his page because he's a brand ambassador. Then Slabdi comes over to see the person, and then you publish the pictures of a patient. Where is patient confidentiality? Because if a patient is in a vulnerable state, you are not preserving their dignity and their rights as a patient. Did they sign any form to say they're allowed to be published pictures? Since this person is in a mental state, do they have mental capacity? Did the family sign consent for him to be published on social media? Or you've just done it because you offered free rehab? You see, these things that say free, They come with conditions. Clearly, Great North Academy is advertising their company using Muzo. And that is why Muzo has to be in the picture for people to see that, look, Muzo is being helped. Slap D came over. But you are actually infringing the rights of the patient. You can imagine, if it's your family, your relative, would you be happy to see them parading all over pictures? I went to a funeral yesterday of a Muzungu, my client. No camera was there. The moment you enter, it's written all over. No phone. Phones should switch off. We entered there. We said our goodbyes. We left. The memory is in your head. After that, we went to hotel to drink a tea, coffee, hot chocolate, everything. Nobody took a picture of any coffin, any casket. Why? You are preserving the last days of this person's dignity. So if Muzo is a patient, is he exception that everybody can go and take a picture? Why hasn't ZNBC been invited? No. It's about Great North Academy advertising their brand and making money. That's all. An ordinary Zambian citizen cannot even afford to go there. Trust me on this. It's rich kids that are in that place. You go there, you find rich children that have been taking all these chanchan, volo, the stronger one, hard stuff. Which Zambian citizen can pay 10,000 kwacha for rehab? So when they see Muzo, a celebrity there, they are calling now the rich people to say, come, this is where you belong. So it's not about Muzo's welfare. It's about the company making money. If you love this young man very well, you won't care about sharing his image. You could have simply said, Slabdi and so came to visit this person without showing his image. But no, he has to be in the picture so that it sells. It's part of branding. This is how selfish people can be. In the midst of somebody's misery, you decide to go and capture pictures. We have heard of Britney Spears in rehab, not even one picture. We have heard of Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, all these celebrities, they've been in rehab. We have never seen any picture anywhere. We just heard they were in this rehab and they came out, they are sober. Why are we taking pictures of Muzo in his vulnerable state? Who are we trying to show? They are trying to sell, to make money. Look here, life is spiritual. The earlier his family realizes this, the better. It's not about me telling you that you need to go to this church and that church. You have to realize that spiritual matters must be dealt with spiritually. There are battles we have fought. We've never come to Facebook to tell you. In November, we had a battle as a family. We fought it spiritually. We prayed. God restored everything. God is wonderful. Okay? But you take pictures of Muzo, post on Facebook, Slabdi does videos and everything. I mean, they even have the time to put a logo there. They even have the time. Please, show me any mental hospital in the United Kingdom, in America, that you can see pictures all over. Show me. Show me. I worked in a mental hospital. I actually go there for some shifts or some work. It's only 15 minutes drive. Not even one picture on their website of a client. Everything is written in just words. Welcome to this company. What do you need? Support, rehab. Not even a picture of one client. We are doing this because it's Zambia, we're casual. Who has given Great North Academy a license? What license do they have? Is a medical licensing of Zambia? Does it allow patient confidentiality to be breached? Because if somebody is vulnerable, why are we taking pictures of them? Because we want to promote Great North Academy, that's why. Nothing comes for free with these people. Strategically made Slap D a brand ambassador. Strategically used Slap D to invite his friends. He's been paid. And Slap D is not doing it because he's kind. No. He's doing it because he has been paid to do so. Probably on a 50,000 allowance or so. That's why he's doing it. Why is it that we've never seen Slap D saying, I'm going to this person, I'm going to offer, until he's been offered brand ambassador? Have you ever seen B-Flow taking advantage of the situation and taking pictures up and down? I've never seen. Because he has done work with the UNICEF. He has done work with the United Nations. And he understands what it means. If I were Muzo's family, I would sue those people. Because you are using me to sell your brand for free. So Muzo has been put there for free. So they have to use him to take pictures. And probably the family is not aware of what it means for him to be in a place where celebrities are now parading. And people are saying, oh, okay, why don't you pray for him from afar? I should pray for him from afar. He needs to be in an environment where people are praying. Spiritual matters are not dealt with via Instagram or Facebook. You need to physically pray with this person. We can only advise, but don't let it too late. Those people are making money. They've advertised, even brought a professional camera. Very nice camera. Did video. How Slap D went there, entered, greeted, whatever. All those things are there. Because they love Muzo Abi. No, because they want to make money. That's why they quickly went ahead and grabbed the guy. After grabbing him, he's in their place. Now they can use him to advertise that their thing is working. Okay? No matter what. This is why most of the things that happen even in our country, Zambia, we ask ourselves, oh, but why didn't we listen to this one? It's because you undermine spiritual things. You think everyone is kind. You think everybody loves you. We are in Africa, where people go on shrines. We are in Africa, where people put your name in bottle and tie your destiny. We're pretending as if to our Zungus. He's in rehab. They took pictures. In Africa. Rehab. Now what for you? In Africa. Where you have even been given guidance that this person, his case is spiritual. You are now deciding to take things the casual way. Continue. Somebody came here and gave prophecies. People laughed at them. Laughed. Now everyone's parading the page of that person. Hey, we should have listened. We should have listened. Now you've been given another prophecy. This person's problem is spiritual. It's a rehab where the CEO is becoming wealthier and wealthier, whilst Muzo still remains in the same condition. I haven't seen a difference apart from him gaining weight from eating beans. There's nothing there. Oh no, he looks better. Which better? Because he has not taken alcohol? No. No. It is unfair for Great North Academy to be parading a patient in the name of taking pictures with celebrities. Because they wanted to show that the PS came, Pilato came. It's time of campaigns as well. Be aware that there's only a year left. So people will come. Okay? But this is not the right time to do that. Especially when this person is vulnerable. Oh, God knows how the patients I've looked after. So many. And even when we bury them, we give them dignified funerals. Even when they recover, we looked after one girl who was so distressed, in a mental state. She's now back in university. Not even one picture anywhere. Not even on the website. He's on steroids. That's why his face is swollen. They give him medication. Makes him fat. Okay? So, if somebody has decided to use Muzo, and you guys are just watching, no problem. But at least you will save my video for the future. To say, at least I said it. It's not everything we should be saying yes. Yes, because somebody has money. Yes. Yes, anything they do. Even people with money make mistakes. And if they're a professional institution, okay. We have hospitals like Medlands, CFB. Please go to their website. Have you seen them publish that so came to give birth? Have you seen them post so booked cesarean session for 25,000 and they gave birth? Because we have popular people with money who want to give birth in those places. Have you ever seen them do that? Patient confidentiality. So if truly you understand patient confidentiality, you wouldn't be taking pictures of this person in their vulnerable state and then posting them on social media to show people that Slapdi was there. Slapdi was there because he's being paid. Okay? And he dragged the friends to say, let's go. And they all went there, took pictures with Muzo, hugged. After hugging, published everything with logo. They even had time to put logo. Logo. Let's post. It's different when we advocate with Ida Banda. Because when we're advocating for somebody who's vulnerable, like Lydia Shamalime, and then we do videos and pictures. That's different. But in this case, this person is now in a place where he's supposed to be helped. Why are we showing his pictures to the world? I mean, okay, Muzo recovers tomorrow. Would he be happy to see his pictures on media? What happened to the statement from Remy Kangwa saying his family wanted privacy? Oh, his family wanted privacy. No videos. Nobody should tag his name. Nobody should use his name. But we are seeing Muzo being posted on media. Let me leave this to think about. Yeah, you guys, to leave you something to think about. How about there was no other company in Zambia that could offer services? So these people stepped in quickly because they knew they would advertise their company. And after they took over Muzo, they are now strategizing ways and means to say, how can we advertise? Quickly, let's make Slapdi a brand ambassador. Quickly, come for a meeting. Why didn't Slapdi visit Muzo 6 weeks ago? He waited to be a brand ambassador, right? To visit. He couldn't do it for free. He just did it at the time when he knows he's being paid. It's all about the money. Everybody is being paid. The academy is being paid. The rehab center. And who is that lady who receives Slapdi? What is her profession? What qualifications does she have for her to be there and be receiving people and be... Because doctors don't publicize themselves all over media. They don't. Unless, even if a prominent person is hospitalized, it's a spokesperson that comes and says something. Either government spokesperson or what. They'll just give them a statement of what is happening. So the lady was there, her picture was taken, video, the other people who work there, the banner, everything was there. Very nicely, well calculated. Or to advertise Great North Academy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy the so-called help. Because to me, it just looks like a business venture. And vulnerable Muzo agreed to it. Because that was offered to him for free. Whenever a vulnerable person is going through a situation like this, let's not take advantage This is why I don't blame white people when they say we don't want cameras at our even hospital visit. It's private. Simply family. They don't allow, even hospital, you don't go there, going there with camera, taking picture. You are standing, we're here, we're waiting to hear the news of this person, he was involved in an accident, and everybody will be there. No. So I don't know how the medical side of things, because if he's going through what he's going through, it's a psychological problem. Where the psychologists, the clinical psychologists, do they allow that? Do they accept that? That Muzo is published the way he's being published. I'm not hating on anybody, but I'm saying my truth. I wouldn't want, I know a friend of mine, she's very popular, you know her. I think she shared the struggles before. Her son was in a mental hospital in Australia. We never saw pictures from the institution saying, this is the son of this person, the person is here, they are in this, we never saw that. She's the one who shared a picture of her and the son. But we didn't even know he was even going through the struggles till she mentioned it. Because he looked okay to us. Kusiana kwa the way people operate. But as for me, it's a big no. Muzo's privacy must be respected. 1. 2. Patient confidentiality must be observed, must be honored, whether Muzo is a celebrity or not. That's why if you see the other people who are in the video, none of them, they're showing their faces, they're showing only the back. Because you cannot display people's faces in a hospital. And to finalize this stream, Muzo's problem is spiritual. You can, if you like, go and sing whatever, go and insult me on whatever platform. I don't care. I'm used to the insults. After all, I don't read. After all, I'm not on any of those pages from Zambia. But I'm here to tell you that don't leave it too late. Next month, I have a special podcast in Zambia with a Zambian pastor who will tell you what people do in the graveyards, in the shrines. People that you see, this person is, you will see, you will hear a lot of things. Not everybody likes you. Just because people are smiling. You think that people in Africa can be very selfish because they want the money. They want the fame. Some family members can be horrible. They can cut someone's destiny short. They can tie someone's destiny. They can twist someone's brain. And then the person is doing fine in rehab. Why aren't you people helping? Life is spiritual. That's what those people want, to blind people. So that the person will be drinking medication, eating beans and becoming fatter. When they become fatter, and then you say, the person is doing well. You know, demons. Demons, when they want to finish you, they will sit even in your body. So anyway, guys, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Some people say, how do you know? Maybe pastors have been going there, blah, 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 blah. The spiritual cleansing, when somebody goes for prayer, you cannot do it in a rehab. So yes, people can come and pray, hallelujah, amen, bye-bye, they go. But there's what somebody needs to go through, proper deliverance. You go for prayer, you fast. From morning 6 up to 6 in the evening, you break. You are drinking your Holy Communion, your water, you are praying. You understand? This person is spiritually tormented. That's all I could see. Like what Prophet Mike is saying. So physically, things can seem to be normal, but spiritually, your spirit is tormented. That's why some of us, we don't joke with prayer. We can't even sleep and say, let's sleep. Hey, the person is using drugs. So that's the reason why the person is in this way, because he's been using drugs. It's not even about somebody using drugs. That's what the enemy will send a voice to people so that it becomes a narrative about that person. Okay? The ones who do those spiritual manipulation, they will even create pages. You don't know that witches are on Facebook. You don't know that witches are on Facebook. They have even Facebook accounts. They're just saying, no, this person, they will even, but you don't know that they are sent. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. Like Charity is saying, in every sickness, confidentiality is king. But we have seen it broken because the owner of Great North Academy wants to sponsor, he wants people to love his organization. As for me, no matter how much I have a sick family member, I can never send my family to such a place. There are so many places, even just our ordinary Chinama. Do you see Chinama filming people? We used to go to, we used to use one of the buildings in Chinama long ago in 1994 for church. Even up to today, I've never seen Chinama do, today the mad people are here. We've never even seen them do statements. Everything is confidential. Because that person tomorrow will recover. They'll be discriminated. We live in a world where people discriminate, bully people. So why film someone in the vulnerable state? So, like Prophet Mike is saying, prayer is the only solution for attacks. The devil is not a part-time enemy. He's a full-time enemy. You know what, Prophet Mike? People think that, no, if you are kind, if you don't argue with anybody, you won't have enemies. That's why I even say me. I'm even blessed. I even know some of my enemies on social media. Because at least I know what they are thinking. I say, oh, okay. Now you people who are quiet, who don't talk. Yeah, you're just quiet. You don't even know who your enemies are. So me, I'm a Zambian citizen. And I will never stop talking about Zambia. If you are tired about me speaking, go to other pages. Here we speak the truth. Because this is what we observe in this country, in a first world country. We don't breach patient confidentiality. We don't take selfies with our patients. What would a CEO doing taking pictures with the patient? For what? Why would the owner of the hospital be taking pictures with a patient? Why would the NHS boss be taking pictures with patients in the hospitals? Like, unless it's something special, like, you know, when somebody gives birth to twins or 6 toplets and, you know, those type of miracles. Of course, every hospital in the world will celebrate such a thing. But not when somebody is vulnerable. Okay? Guys, I gotta go now. Got a business call and a business meeting. So go a little more times.